So let's now start the question number 8 in 2023 P2 paper. So in this paper, what we can see is they have given us a range and stuff, and top they have mentioned the calculator technology are not acceptable in a straightforward manner. So you have to do according to this range. And if we look into the equation we have is this, which is 2 tan square theta value. So the answers are gonna be theta, but before that what we can do is this theta, we have to check the range, but that's slightly different than what you have in the tan range. So for our easy calculations, I'll add it as x here. So if I am rewriting this, it's tan squared x plus 30 plus 1 equals 49. Now we have tan x value, so we have the answer, and we can get for the x. We know x will be, tan x value will be positive or negative because it's a root, positive or negative 12. So now let's see what is the positive instance and also what is the negative instance, so that we can go through the quadrants and verify our answers. Now it has given the theta is in this range, but my range is going to be for the solution is 2 theta minus 30. So I'm going to go with finding 2 theta, so it will be 360, and 2 theta minus 30, so what it will be is it will be negative 30 to positive 330. So these are the values that we have there. So our tan inverse thing, when we are doing it, this is the range that we will have to look into, because that's the value which is inside the tan value. Okay, by keeping that in our mind, so let's go back to our solution finding. So first instance is the positive instance, and the second instance is the negative instance. Okay, now when we are doing the tan x values, we have to think a little bit about the quadrants. Luckily here the both positives and negatives, everything is going to come. So that is pretty this question is pretty easy, because since both the positive value and the negative value is there, so literally all the 4 quadrants will be there. But here for positives you have first quadrant and the third quadrant. For negatives you have second quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So we know in the first quadrant, to get the solutions, we can go for tan inverse value of this. X is gonna be like literally the tan inverse of this value, so I'll write it in like a cleaner place. The base angle, so kind of we can call it a principal as angle as well. So I'll keep that as my base point, which will be 73.9. When you do the tan inverse of root 12, this is what you're gonna get. So according to first quadrant, yeah, we have that value. So in the first quadrant, that's gonna be that exact alpha, which is 73.9, and for third quadrant it's going to be 180 plus this angle, so it will give us another value. So these are the positive instances. So now for the second instance we have 180 minus angle, so that's the second quadrant value, because in the second quadrant it's 180 minus the angle. So let me write it the clean way. Okay, we have this. Now for fourth quadrant we know that's gonna be 360 minus the angle. Okay, once we got the 360, we're gonna get another value. So accordingly, when we check, if we go through our range, which is -30 to +330, so that range we have kind of all the values are like almost same, but let's highlight the values which are correct, this and this, and yeah, so all four are gonna be in that range. So we know the tan repeats in every 180, so but if we go beyond that, it's gonna exceed the given range, so we can stop our solutions at this level. So these are our final answers for the x values. But real question doesn't ask you the x. In the real question, what they're gonna ask us is the theta value, not the x value. So in this question, what we did was we got all the x values for each quadrant, because since the approximation has to be done for the x values, because it's gonna be that. But now we are going back to our equal initial point. The x is gonna be 2 theta minus 30. So that is the x value. So 2 theta minus 30. So theta is subjected as x plus 30 divided by 2. So once we have it, we have theta values. So I'll leave the calculation for you because you can easily get it with the calculator. So these are the 4 values that we get for theta. So this value is going to be our final answers for the full marks. So finding is x is not enough, you have to go for theta, because the question is about theta. Yeah. Now let's clean our unwanted highlights, because we can do the part 2 right here itself, because it will be more cleaner when you look at the question and doing the answers, rather than you go for like a separate like an entirely different page. So let's utilize this space. Okay, now we have kind of an expression at first, which is 2 sin x, 2 tan x sin x plus 3 equals 0, and this is in the 0 to 2 pi range, so we know the angle is given in radians here. Now to look at this simplification, we know we can do the tan x in the form of sine divided by cos. So how I came up with was, I noticed that if I have this 2 sine, so I can go for a sine squared, so directly I can again turn this into a cosine function. That's my high level idea when I'm moving towards this path. So we have this. Now I'm going to multiply the whole equation by cos x. When you multiply by the cos x, this equation, you're going to get 2 sine squared x plus 3 cos x equals 0. So the reason of getting this sine squared x is, then I know, yeah, if I have the sine squared, I can quickly go to the cosine squared, so that it will be an equation with the terms of cos. Okay, so I'll leave this simplifications for you to save up some time. So because this simplification is pretty simple, we're gonna get 2 sine squared sine 2 cos squared x minus 3 cos x minus 2 equals 0. So now let's do the factorization. This factorization can be done easily. So in this factorization, once we did it, we're gonna get one answer as this, the another one answer as cos x minus 2. Okay, here this one says cos x is negative half, and the other one say cos x equals 2. So but we know this is not an acceptable answer, because the cos cannot go exceed, cannot exceed 1, because it's in the 0 to -1 to +1 range. So this is not accepted. Negative half is a pretty good answer. So once you have a negative half, let's see. Negative half means that when you do a base angle finding for this, for a given range, so XC is gonna be cos inverse of half, which we know. So let me write quickly the question it is. So now the base angle, which is the principal angle, that is going to be cos inverse of half now we have x equals we can take it as in degree format, which is 60 degrees, but also since it's about pi, so we can get the answer with respect to pi as well, which is pi divided by 3. Good. So once we have pi divided by 3, so I know the cosine is a negative value, so negative value comes in. What are the quadrants is my next question. The quadrants are going to be where the cosine going to be negative is the second quadrant, and also the third quadrant. So for second quadrant, we know that's going to be 180, which is pi minus angle. For the third quadrant, that's going to be pi plus angle. So here this one is going to be 2 pi divided by 3. The another one is going to be 4 pi divided by 3. So these are the two answers, and they are pretty good in the range as well. So now our next thing is, we know the cosine repeats at every 360. So here we need not to, if you can't get a value within the range when you add a 360. So this is our final answers for the question number 2 as well. Thank you.